Let's take a look at the abstract data type of a list. A list is an ordered collection of elements, and in a list, duplication of elements is allowed. Let's take a look at an example. Consider the things I might want to do today if I were a student. So I might begin my day by eating, then I would study, eat again, study some more, get some exercise, eat, and then sleep. In terms of this list, notice that there's duplication. I don't just eat one time, I eat 3 times. In a list, duplication is allowed. Also notice that the order is important. Sleep is the last thing I'm going to do, and I intend to exercise before I eat. So in a list, the order is observed and is important. Consider the errands I might need to run today. Perhaps I need to get some food, drop that food off at a neighbor's, and pick up the neighbor's mail. Now there's no duplication there, but the order is definitely important. I can't pick up the mail or drop off the food until I've actually gotten the food. So when we talk about a list, it's natural to say, a list of what? Is it a list of colors, a list of strings, a list of doubles, a list of accounts? Because of the variation in the kinds of lists we want to create, we say that list is a parametric type. It's parameterized by the kind of thing that we put inside the list. And the syntax for declaring a list accommodates that information. The kind of thing that we want to make a list of is specified between angle brackets, less than and greater than signs, just after the word list. So for the syntax, we would say list of color. We pronounce it list of color, but it's spelled list with color inside the angle brackets. That's the type of our data, and then the name we give it could be colors or any other name that seems meaningful. If you look at the values declared here, that's supposed to be a list of doubles. We would normally use double with a lowercase d, but for lists, we have to use the object form of that, so we use the same word, but we spell it with a capital D. So we have a list of colors, strings, doubles, or accounts. The parameter between the brackets, the angle brackets, we say generically T, specifies the type of the things inside the list. Now suppose we wanted a list that had not only integers, but also doubles in it. We'll learn later that T can be a more general type. For example, Java offers the type number, and the contents of such a list could be a double or an integer or a long, and so on. In this case, we say that number is polymorphic. The word polymorphic literally means many shapes, and a number can take on many shapes. It could be an integer, it could be a double, or a long, and so on. The most general of all kinds of objects is the class type named object with a capital O, which can be anything that we could create in Java. So if we have a very mixed list, a list that includes doubles and strings and colors and robots, then we would say list of object with object between the angle brackets. For now, we're going to use a very specific type, and we'll call that type T, the parametric type of our list.